What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another night on Nerding with 30 to the Endgame podcast. We're experimenting here. We're experimenting with new intros and whatnot. We're experimenting with it. What's going on, Stealth? What's going on, D-Money? I got a couple of things I've been working on today. My son's been helping me picking new intros and whatnot, working on some stuff. I don't know if I like that one yet, but that's what it is today. And the music's going to get longer and it's going to loop better and stuff. But I literally threw that together in about 20 minutes, trying to figure out the music and stuff like that. So lots of stuff to talk about tonight. Lots of stuff to talk about. Picture looks off. I don't know. Like, my picture looks off? Oh, you know what it might be? Is that better? Was I too bright? It looks off. It does look a little off, right? Yeah. Like me. I look like sickly or something. I think the white balance is off. Give me a second. There we go. That's much better. Yeah, the white balance was off. The white balance was off. I look fuzzy. Well, that's just me normally. It's the camera. My camera is not the best. It's a Logitech C920. That should make it look better now. The white balance and stuff was off. like beer goggles, you know? So I got a catchy tune. I'm making intros for my YouTube channels. Both Nerding with 30, 30 and Still Gaming. I'm making a little intro thing. Let me see if I can. This is. Is this the song? This might be loud. That's one of the songs. I knew it was going to be loud. Sorry about the volume. Then there's another one. Oh, hold on. That's the song of one of the other channels. So this will be the intro to Nerding with 30. When we watch videos here for that, that's what that will be. The opening for... the opening for... Man, that's fucking loud, huh? Okay, now this is going to be the opening for 30 and Still Gaming. I don't know if I like it. I'm not in love with it. I like it. Hold on, let me start it over. The music's gonna change, though. The music's gonna change. The music's gonna change. What's gonna happen there? We'll get to the news in a second. I want to show you. This is what I've been doing all afternoon. I've been doing a bunch of shit this afternoon. So this is going to be the opening to the video. All right, from back. So that's gonna be the opening and stuff for my normal channel. I got the opening for the Nerdy and Still Gaming channel. I got a new thing for I think this is Clubbing with 30? Yeah. Well, I gotta get something. You make fun of it, but you gotta get people's attention, right? I've been doing a lot of research, Reese. I've been doing a lot of research. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but you know, I gotta do something. The ending of my streams, like the title sequence when you when you you know, the things pop up on the screen. That's what this is going to be on the next one. And this is the end. This is the end title, the outro. All right, so then the things will pop up on either side. Right. So, yeah. So, it is what it is. And I brought in a consultant. My consultant is my 7-year-old. And I shit you not. I went through different things. I went through got to be 100 different like intro outro type stuff and music. And my son's like, I don't like it. Like, I don't like it. They won't listen to that. He's like, you got to get something that sticks in someone's head. I was like, this is a 7-year-old talking to me now. Okay. So he's like, no, change that. No, do that. Use this, but use that music. I swear to God. Great consultant. All right. Let's get to the I got a lot of editing to do tonight. A lot of editing to do. Let's get to the stories. Let's talk about Marvel's Avengers, Marvel Future Revolution. This is a Marvel's Endgame thing, right? So, is this the part that yeah, so lots of stuff happening in Marvel Future Revolution. All right, so let's record this, or let's take some. My record button working? All right. All right, so big changes going on here for Marvel Future Revolution. Haven't played it myself in a couple of weeks. Like, really played it. I just got my magic character to level 100, but there's a lot of stuff coming in. New Future begins tomorrow. There's a maintenance. We're going to go over the entire thing right now. So if you miss any of this, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so let's inform the agents about the maintenance and update and how it's been scheduled for 1/26, which is Wednesday. In this update, the new region of the Dark Domain will be added, and some of the issues will be resolved. Okay, so there's the time slots for you. Check it out. See if it affects you in any way, shape, or form. 2, details. We got rewards. 1/26 maintenance compensation rewards for the period. They'll hit that up. Now, hero balance patch related specialization enhancements and support rewards. We are aware of that the agents have switched their mainly played heroes after a recent balance patch. Specializations is an important aspect in a hero's growth, and we know many of the agents feel burdened by it. Thus, we've prepared specialization materials as a reward to help our agents. So there you go. Check out the box below, and I will have this bigger for you in the in the edited version of this. After the maintenance, the Sinister Six reward tickets, Sinister Six seals, particles can be dismantled for gold. Okay. App capacity optimization will be done. Having high-end graphic quality is one of the perks of playing Marvel Future Revolution. Due to this, our game size is continuously increasing with the update, and new content in turn became burden for the agents. The graphic quality may be affected during this process, but we'll work on keeping the visual quality changed next to none. Okay. Update details. These are big things coming to the game. So if you haven't picked up Marvel Future Revolution in the recent weeks or months, this might be a time for you to pick it up. So there's going to be a new region, the Netherworld, which is not Minecraft, but it's in here, the Netherworld. And then you have the Niflheim, I think that's how you pronounce it, and it will be added to the Dark Domain. The hero maximum level capacity will be extended to now 120. So now I got to get all my characters up to 120. We'll talk about that in a second. Hero potential level will increase to level 5. New Blitz Devil's Reign will be added. Raid difficulty will be extended and improved. Spectator mode for Alliance Omega War will be added. 4 new companions will be added. New Omega cards and battle badges will be added. All presets will be added. Craftable battle badges in the workshop will be added. Additional rate will be given to upon failing specialization enhancements. Autoplay option, auto use for ultimate skills, and auto use for companions will be added. Miscellaneous text display and in-game errors will be fixed. Okay, it says please check the detail maintenance notes down below. All right, well, so those are the big things coming in, right? So Marvel Future Revolution, if you haven't played in a while, are making a lot of big changes. Let me see if I can get into the other maintenance tab here. There's an update. Let me see. Is this the actual update? Yes, this is it. So now you see Mephisto and Hela's coming in, right? So both of them are coming into the game. So more bosses there. Levels going up to 120. They're going to be adding new epic missions, side missions, and surprise missions will be added inside the new region of the Netherworld. 16 new Most Wanted will be added. 5 prime targets, 11 normal targets. 24 new challenges will be added. New collections will be added. And new activity log will be added. Hero potential level will be increased to level 5. New Blitz Devil's Reign will be added. You go against Mephisto. Mephisto finally made it, folks. Mephisto's finally in some sort of Marvel video game show. Mephisto is finally here. Mephisto, the ruler of hell, has prepared traps to steal the souls of heroes. Agents must defeat the endless army of invading demons to escape from Mephisto's traps. Mephisto has prepared a total of 3 traps. In each trap, various demons rush and swarm the hero. Once all traps have been breached, Mephisto himself engages for final battle. Agents should find and defeat the ruler to hell, to who summons demon palms and puts everything ablaze with a hellfire. New Blitz Devil's Reign can be attacked on the agents reach hero level 115, which I'm nowhere near. So I gotta start grinding here. Okay. Challenge level 1, Extreme level 2, Ultimate level 3, and then there's the new one, levels 4 and 5 will be added. So those of you, I would assume, that are above 1 million, 1.2 and above, you're going to actually have some sort of a challenge going into this. They also added a spectator mode to Alliance Omega War. This I don't really understand, but then again, I haven't really been an Omega War fan. But a feature that enables agents to spectate ongoing Alliance Omega Wars, and the respective alliance will be added to the Alliance members who could not participate due to the reasons like participation limit. Alliance members who meet the condition to participate in the Alliance Omega War could not do to the participate the limit can apply as a spectator to watch. Now, spectator mode can be applied through the spectator request feature in the Alliance Omega War main screen during the Alliance War participation request period. So that'll be interesting. Okay, so you get to watch people play. 4 new companions will be added. They're adding Ghost Rider. He's got an attack, defense, and experience gain. We have Mordo. He's got a defense, HP, and experience gain. Okay. It says, if the summoner is Doctor Strange or Magic, cast Magic as a summoner instantly increases attack power, restores ultimate gauge. So I'm trying to... I need this guy. I need him for my Doctor Strange and Magic. We have Chasm and Chuckles. Chasm slams the ground strongly, inflicts damage to enemies with the circle, and reduces the damage reduction effect for certain periods of time. His bonus effect is XP gain, collection status XP gain. And then we have Chuckles here, who's just a defense. Number 9, there's new Omega cards will be added. 20 new Dark Domain Omega cards will be added. 10 rare Omega cards, 10 normal Omega cards. 2 new Magic Special Omega cards will be added. 2 new Dark Domain Omega card sets will be added. So there you have it. You see the Hulk, Fall of the Hulk, Red Hulk, Groot, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot, Mephistoverse, and Doctor Strange, Damnation. And then you have Dark Domain number 6. We have Uncanny X-Men, New Mutants number 19, X-Force number 10, X-Force or X-Factor 207, and the Queen of Hell number 5. New battle badges will be added. The table below is based on 6 stars, and regardless of the item's grade, the set effect will be affected once the badges the same set have been equipped. So there you go. 115, 120 badges for you. All presets have been added. So all presets have been added for agents, switch items, companions, and skill set, heroes, and all presets. The all preset can quickly change to the main HUD, current skill preset button, and the ability to only change skill preset on HUD is special operations remains the same. There's some changes there for you. All right. New craftable battle badges will be added for the workshop. Got new battle badges. Level 115, 4-star, 6-star battle badges. Level 20, 4-star, 6-star Dark Zone battle badges. You have a balance adjustment. The level of villains appearing in the Dark Zone will expand. The level of stats of some of the villains appearing in the Dark Zone will increase along with the hero maximum level expansion. Level 20, or 120, Most Wanted will be added in the Dark Zone, and super villains appearing in the Dark Zone will be recognized as the following. So there you go. You see the villains there. That's basically it. That's basically it. There's a couple of other stuff. We'll have the link in the description down below. But this is big news. Big news for Marvel Future Revolution. And again, it's sad. It's sad that the best Marvel game out there right now is a mobile game. Right? Lots of stuff to grind for, lots of stuff to do. But we'll see what happens going into the future of this game. Are they going to add more heroes? Because right now they stopped in Magic. Magic took some time to get into. They have added plenty of companions. But I think with the next step for this game moving forward is adding big-name heroes like a Hulk or Thor, even Ghost Rider, playable character Ghost Rider or Deadpool. I don't know if those are ever coming to the game, but that is the next thing they need to do. Now, I always say, though, bringing new heroes is not really content. They're adding content. I think the next time they add more like in-game story, they need to add more heroes along with that story. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. All right. I'm excited. I'm excited to download that tomorrow morning and try it out. Tomorrow, big update, correct? Back at work now tomorrow, but now I'll have something to pass the time with. That's right. 2 new areas, yeah. This is a good communication from the devs. This is what Avengers is lacking. Very much so. Very much so, Sean. Finally, you guys get Mephisto. Been predicting him for years. Exactly. Exactly. I'll have them all tomorrow. My magic, I beat the end boss, Maestro, for God's sakes. I beat Maestro. That's the fastest I've beaten him with her. I'm up to almost, I think she's at 508, I think. Which is not very good, but I haven't really done anything. I just kind of like ran through the campaign as fast as possible. That's why that's my one problem with Marvel Future Revolution is that every time I have a new character, I got to run through the exact same story, the exact same thing, doing the exact same stuff. And that is a bummer to me. That's a bummer to me. I mean, I get it. Are you going to make a story for every single character different? No. But once you do it once, doing it 9 times, it gets boring after like the third one. You know what I mean? I still have to do it 2 more times with Storm and Star-Lord. They're both in the 70s right now, so I got about another like 2.5 hours to go with each of those characters. So, matter of fact, I should probably log in before midnight here, so I can get that accomplished. Okay, and while we're doing that, we'll pull up the next story. All right, got here. What do we have here for Marvel news? Scroll up here. Today's the 25th, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'm at 508 with Magic. 508 with Magic. We got Marvel's Moon Knight, 10 Easter eggs and plot hints in the new Disney trailer. I don't really need that. I wonder if Magic will make an appearance in Multiverse of Madness. Maybe. At this point, I think everyone is gonna be in that movie, Sean. Everyone. Like, I'm gonna be in it. I think you're gonna be in it. You don't know it yet, but you're gonna be in it. Everyone's gonna get sucked into it. Everyone's gonna be in the Multiverse of Madness film. Yeah, I didn't log in yesterday. Put my stuff in. A lot of our squad members in the guild members here haven't done much. We dropped to like 40 something. I think right now our squad is ranked. Alliance ranking is 42. We dropped 10 levels. How dare you? How dare you guys? What's going on, Milky? Yeah, we're gonna download it. We'll download it and play it a little bit tomorrow. I think we'll play it the second half. We'll talk about some stuff and then we'll play it. Or maybe we'll play it first because I know you guys like to jump on real fast. I won't even be close to doing the new blitz or anything. My character is at 106. I didn't raise my character. Now I have a question. This is one of the things I have a question about. I'm at 106. Can I just play the campaign and get up to like 115? Or do I have to do the training area? Like, see, everyone's returning. Everybody's returning into this, Sean. Here, check it out. Breaking. Sylvie will return in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Breaking news. Right? No, you should not. No, you should get up. Not sure. No, you should get up. Not sure if you'll make it to 115, though. Probably only 3 levels. It'll probably be like 109. And then I'll have to grind out the rest of the thing. So Sophie's coming back. Or, I'm sorry, Sophie. Well, Sophia. Sylvie's coming back. People who are 110 now might be able to get to 115 is my guess. I think you'll get past that. You should be able to get past that. I would hope. We'll see. So now, if she's coming back, we would assume that the actual Loki is coming back as well. Maybe? Maybe? Who knows? Yeah, with the story XP. Well, that's what I figured, right? The story XP would get you up to 106, didn't it not, originally? 105, 106? Or was it 103? So Sylvie's coming back. So does it mean if is Loki coming back? I don't know. Next story we have Marvel's Moon Knight actor Gaspard Ulliel dies in ski accident. Now, this is terrible. Okay. So Moon Knight will kick off the MCU's 2022 slate on March 30th as Oscar Isaac's Mark Spector finally makes his live-action debut. The newly released trailer revealed a series of Marvel Studios' darkest adventure yet, as he explores Spector's mental challenges, expanding the mystical world with Egyptian gods. Now, in addition to Isaac's Moon Knight, Ethan Hawke's mysterious villain, and the Disney Plus series will see a French actor, Gaspard, make his MCU debut as Anton Margot, better known as Midnight Man. Now, is a master thief of martial arts and is a Marvel Comics and a popular villain of Moon Knights. Now, unfortunately, in recent news has revealed that the actor responsible for bringing Midnight Man to life for the first time lost his life in a tragic accident. He died at the age of 37. According to Deadline, Moon Knight star Gaspard passed away at 37 years old on January 19th of 2022, and this came after being hospitalized in previous day from serious injuries, suffering from a ski accident in the Alps. Now, the award-winning French actor suffered a collision with the ski slopes, and subsequently taken to by helicopter to the hospital. Now, Gaspard spent much of his career in the forefront of the French film industry. He's portrayed a particular character in 2007's Hannibal Rising, being among the few Hollywood roles. Now, Moon Knight is set to be a major milestone in the actor's career and potential stepping stone into the Americas market. Now, following Moon Knight's will make his final on-screen appearance in the French flick more than ever. Now, here's a big thing I want to know, and again, this at the bigger picture it doesn't matter, right? The man lost his life when he was in a ski accident, but we don't know, and we'll see. And I wonder if this is going to change stuff up here. I wonder right now if they're going to be doing reshoots or whatnot. And what I mean by this is we don't know, okay? Because it says right here whether Midnight Man would have otherwise reappeared in the future projects and seasons, we don't know, right? So it'll be interesting to see if they decide that, let's say at the end of this, Midnight Man did something and it was like a continuation into season 2. This is going to be a big change, right? You can't just change the character once you see his face and whatnot. I mean, you can, but it'll be a little jarring for people. So are they going to change the actor? Are they going to do reshoots ahead of time to get ahead of this? Now, at the same time, I don't think you want to pull the guy completely out of the take, but businesses will do what businesses have to do. If they can do the reshoots and have different scenes, I don't know if they'll do that. I think they're out of time for major reshoots, but they can edit out something and make a continuation. You might see it. You might see it in the actual edit where all of a sudden you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. What happened to him? We never see him again, type of thing. And obviously we know the actor himself is gone, so maybe they adjust the script or adjust the edit for what happened. So yeah, so this is sad. This is sad. This is another problem with actors and stuff in front of the camera. Back in the day, certain people, Mark Hamill got in a motorcycle accident when he was filming Star Wars. Stuff like that started putting things in place of actors where, yes, you are an actor on a movie, but that is your job. So before you get on that set and they paying you millions and millions of dollars, certain people don't get to go do other things. They don't get to go on vacation. They don't get to do skiing outlets or ride motorcycles or do certain things because it's not just you driving around with freedom here. It's you with a bunch of money from companies on you, and you got to make it and do the job. Otherwise, they plan everything around you. Can you imagine if something happened to a major actor like Chadwick Boseman, right? And then all of a sudden, and obviously he died before they had the contract or whatever. He died from cancer, right? That's completely different than in a car accident or skydiving and the parachute doesn't open type of thing. You know what I mean? So lots of actors and lots of stuff. Sports athletes, they can't do certain things because they get injured, right? Like Paul, whatever his name was, he was on the Giants and he went over to the Eagles, then Tampa. Like he blew off his hand and he's never been the same again because he was playing with fireworks and held it in his hand, right? Like certain things like that, you have to be mindful when you're working for other people that you can't just do what you want anymore because people have a lot of money invested in you, right? So this is unfortunate. This is unfortunate for Moon Knight going forward. Hopefully it doesn't affect the story too bad, and maybe it doesn't affect going into season 2, but we'll see what happens going forward. That's a bummer. All right, so Michael B. Jordan is teasing his Marvel return once again. He's making the rounds once again. Okay, he's making the rounds once again. He's been all over the place. He's been saying that he wants to be Killmonger, or he wants to be Black Panther. He's come out and said that Killmonger is not really a bad guy, which is just delusional. That's what a bad guy would say, wouldn't they? Wouldn't they? So back in 2018, Michael B. Jordan entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe and delivered one of the most highly praised villain performances in franchise history with the role of Eric Killmonger. The Academy Award-winning Black Panther. Unfortunately, the movie ended with Jordan's villain accepting death after battling for the throne, leaving fans hungry for more of his complex and deep character. Now, while Eric Stevens met his end in the live-action MCU, fans got to see Jordan make his second appearance as Black Panther's antagonist in 2 episodes of What If on Disney+. Now, the alternate reality-based story showed Killmonger leaning even more heavily towards his darker side as he took over Wakanda before teaming up with the Guardians of the Multiverse, only to betray them and take the Infinity Stones for himself. Now, as Marvel Studios looks ahead in 2022 release of Black Panther Wakanda Forever, rumors have teased that Jordan's Killmonger may be in return to the MCU's narrative, even with the current living situations definitely placing him as dead. Jordan addressed these rumors once again, and while the actor confirmed nothing, he continued to share just how much he's loved his time with the MCU. So in an interview with TikTok users, MCU star Michael B. Jordan hinted a possibility of bringing his villainous Eric Killmonger back into the MCU. When asked if he would be down to bring the character back, possibly through the multiverse, Jordan once again touched on how much he loves the role and Marvel world as a whole. In the end, he avoided confirming that if he's coming back, but it also teased the fact that Marvel's always has things in the works before asking who knows. Now, Michael B. Jordan is quickly becoming one of the busiest men in Hollywood, already in the line produced of a Superman project of Warner Brothers outside of this timeline with Marvel Studios. However, with the unbelievable impact that Killmonger had in the MCU fans for nearly 4 years, questions are always presented regarding if and when the villain will make some kind of return. The actor is cautiously avoiding setting anything in stone on numerous occasions, even though going so far as to lay out the conditions that would need to be in place. Now, I don't care what actors say anymore. Okay? I don't care what actors say anymore. Andrew Garfield said he wasn't in Spider-Man. Okay? And obviously we know that's bullshit. Okay. So when they say, well, I don't know if I'm coming back and whatever else, the fact is that he could come back 100%, right? Is it plausible? Yes. Is it impossible? No. And is it going to happen? Maybe. Maybe. Right? So what do you guys think? Do you think, and again, I as much as I'm intrigued by the multiverse of madness, as much as I'm intrigued by this time travel and stuff like that, I hate that they kill characters off and then bring them back because there is no like, if everyone can just come back, then there is no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no loss. You know what I mean? That's not the word I'm looking for, but there's no sacrifices. There's no emotion there. You're like, oh my God, they're dead. But in the back of your mind, you're like, they'll come back. They'll bring them back. Right. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part about when they do stuff like this. Right. I have a feeling Disney, if Sylvie is in a Multiverse of Madness, will return the timeline. Right. Right. So that's the thing. Like, oh, the timeline's all messed up. Like, basically this, right? The snap of everyone, half of everyone disappearing and then getting the thing back and then snapping brings everyone back. And then that's not really a turmoil anymore. The turmoil is the turmoil of everyone coming back and people like moved on with their lives and, you know, husband and wives are, you know, with different people now and so on and so forth. And it's all these like weird things. That's not what people wanted, right? So I just want to see Bucky go rogue, become White Wolf. Yeah, possibly. Possibly. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll probably be in the Wakanda show, right? How long was that? That was about 10 minutes. All right. Let's go to the next topic. This is actually a pretty good one. Pretty good one. Von Doom. Okay, Von Doom, he's coming. And someone found it. A box in the truck of the Moon Knight trailer says Von Doom. And then he puts a little meme at the bottom says, thought we wouldn't notice, but we did. Well, someone did. I didn't see it. But yeah, Von Doom's coming. So obviously they're hinting towards Doctor Doom is coming down the line. Is he coming in Wakanda? Is he coming in Black Panther? Is he coming in the Quantum Mania? Is he coming in the Multiverse of Madness? Lots of stuff can happen. I really truly believe at this point that all of this happens and starts with the Multiverse of Madness. Okay? Happens in Multiverse of Madness. Now, we'll see. It could be the greatest movie of all time, or it could be just a whatever movie. All right. Next story. Thor Love and Thunder's trailer is reportedly almost done. And supposedly we'll see a trailer of that movie during the Super Bowl. Maybe. I think Victor Von Doom will show up in She-Hulk with the villain they're introducing. Possibly. You think they'll go that early? I guess that wouldn't be that early because, well, that would be towards the same time as Love and Thunder. Maybe. And then we have this. Okay, this is a leak. me see if I can open link. All right, this is a leak. Spoiler talk. I should put a soundbite of some sort. We'll work on that. We'll work on that. Spoiler talk. Okay. This is from, I think this is Instagram, or it looks like Instagram, or whatever the hell it is. Okay. Okay. Marvel Studios, Avengers, Dawn of Galactus. Now, Galactus, according to a new leak, the next villain of the entire UCM, which I think it means MCU, will be, and his story will last at least 10 movies. Cosmic Culture Insider reports that Silver Surfer will be introduced first, and we'll meet Galactus little by little, and we'll see the first appearance in the franchise of the blank movie updates, and we don't really know when. So now we've all speculated about this a little bit, right? And I said to you, is Galactus the next big baddie? And if it's true, who do you bring in to fight against him? You're not going to bring a Kate Bishop and, you know, the peons of the lower levels here to go fight against Galactus. Now, obviously, we do know they're all going to be there, right? Because you need a lot of people. But then here's my question for you, chat. Do we see, because obviously the 10 movies is going to be a build-up, okay? It's going to be a build-up. And if this is true, and the leaks are true, and we do get the Avengers Dawn of Galactus, and this is the final movie of the 10 films that lead up to Galactus, okay? Do we see major things happening where they kill off a lot of characters? I'm talking new and old, right? Or is Galactus only going to kill off the new or the old so the new can blossom into the future, right? If you're introducing Doom before you're giving us Kang the time to shine, will devolve Kang's character. Yes and no. If the rumors are true, Krebsy, and this is the next big baddie, and it takes place across 10 movies, then Kang and Doom will just be the other villains going in the other Avenger films or whatnot, right? You know what I'm saying? Like Ultron. Like Doom would be Ultron type of movie. Or they just take Doom and put him in the Fantastic Four, and that's their big baddie. I don't think we see Doom as a Thanos type of character just because there's too many characters. There's too many characters to go by. You know? I think this is where Chris Evans will return as Captain America. Who's this flying here? Who's this flying here? This looks like a swoosh of some. Is that Captain America? Captain Marvel? I don't know. Obviously, this is a mock-up or whatever. I mean, fantastic if this is true. But the lead up to that, I don't know, man. You got to bring in some cosmic beings to come in to fight Galactus. Oh, Silver Surfer. Yeah, I guess it could be Silver Surfer. Doom, Kang, and Galactus will need more than one film. They're fan favorites and super strong. Well, Galactus might get two. If the Dawn of Galactus is the final endgame of the next two phases, then, well, I guess we'll see. Because if Multiverse of Madness is the first film, we might see an end credit scene or something to do with Galactus. You know, I don't know. Lots of stuff, and I know everyone's like chomping at the bit because this is what happened in the comics. What happened in the comics? Kang's not going to be that big of a villain. He literally might be the villain just for Ant-Man. He might be introduced in Ant-Man like Kang the Conqueror, and then all of a sudden the next time you see him, it's an Avengers film. Or whatever that group team up film is going to be. All right, the next story. Marvel Comics has announced that Sam Wilson will be returning as Captain America and is sharing the mantle with Steve Rogers this May. Now, obviously, it's not a movie. Wilson will star in the series titled Captain America: Symbol of Truth, while Rogers star in Captain America: Sentinel of Liberty. Okay. So, coming back in a series. I haven't picked up a comic in a long time. Hopefully, the comic book industry makes a comeback of some sort, and people start caring about the actual comic books again. Because right now, with all the stuff that they're doing, or I should say, not doing, a lot of people have lost interest, and they're more interested in the movies than they are the actual reading material of what's going on. Not a lot of fan base going on anymore. They're all going to manga. Manga. Right? It's pronounced manga. I don't read them. So, but I do know that they're bleeding the fans. They're hemorrhaging the fans. Kang needs to be the villain for Phase 4. And the small part of Phase 5. Doom should get the villain for Phase 5 and 6. Galactus should be Phase 4, 5, and 6. Well, I think that's what they're doing, though, right? So, like I said, Kang, Doom, and Galactus will be the main baddies for each thing. So, if, just like Ultron, that would be a major team-up movie would be that's the villain for the team-up movie, right? Kang is introduced, and then he's a main baddie for another team-up movie. Whatever, I don't know if it's Avengers, okay? And then Galactus is introduced and built up the entire time, and then bam, that is the main villain for the third team-up movie. All right, next story. Black Panther 2 pauses production after Lupita Nyong tests positive for COVID. Okay. Production of Black Panther Wakanda Forever is delayed after cast and crew members test positive for COVID-19, including Nikita actor Lupita Nyong. These are terrible names for me to pronounce. Production of the Black Panther Wakanda Forever has been paused after Nikita. Several other cast members were tested positive for COVID-19. Now, this delay comes in the heels of yet another of co-stars, okay, Wright also having to recently return to the set following her recovery from a fractured shoulder and a concussion that is she sustained in an accident on the film on November of 2021. Now, the positive COVID test meant that the production of Wakanda Forever has again halted, and week after resuming period of THR, there's no details regarding the health or other cast crew members were released. Now, Wakanda Forever is a sequel of 2018's Black Panther, and it starred the late Chadwick Boseman as T'Challa. Now, rumors have been circulating that the film will survey as introduction to Namor, into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Additionally, Julia Louis-Dreyfus was spotted on set in Atlanta, indicating that her MCU character and Constantine may make an appearance in Wakanda Forever. Michael B. Jordan is reportedly returning as Killmonger, the antagonist character who was killed at the end of the first movie, now to serve as a spiritual guide on the ancestral plane. Now, the role of Nikita is devoted activist who was also T'Challa's love interest and potentially his first future queen. The actor is also known for her parts in the movies 12 Years of Slave and Us, and the voice in the roles including Maz Kanata and the Star Wars universe. Now, I have a question. If that was supposed to be his wife, do we see her taking over? Not the sister? Do we see her take over the reins of being the Black Panther? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Many film and television production continue to hamper down the COVID-19 pandemic despite the excessive precautions being taken on sets. Recently, over 50 cast members and crew members of Star Trek Picard tested positive, causing Paramount Plus series to shut down until the outbreak is under control. Do we see her become... Now, no one's ever said that. They talk about M'Baku, they talk about his sister, but they never talked about her, his soon-to-be wife or love interest. I don't know. Just putting it out there. Should I answer that? I kind of know the answer. Due to plot leaks. Sure. It's all rumored anyway. It's not official till it's official, right? Don't. While Krebsy's writing out a pamphlet of information, the next story, her and T'Challa had a son, and he will take over the Black Panther in the future. Well, in the future, who's taking it over now? You know what I mean? Obviously, his son will be like 5 years old because the last time we saw him was when he came back. So assuming that they had a baby before he left, it's a 5-year-old child when we see him in the film. Maybe 6. And then we won't see him again until later on down the road. Right? After watching No Way Home, curious on how they'll reintroduce Spider-Man to the Avengers. I mean, they would still know of him as Spider-Man. They just don't know him as Peter Parker, right? A lot of them didn't know his name was Peter anyway. They just knew he was Spider-Man. So I would assume that they could still contact him as Spider-Man. Would they not? Like Nick Fury wouldn't call him Peter Parker. He would call him Spider-Man. We've been watching you type of stuff. Would he not? All right, let's look at the next story. Rumor. Fantastic Four will first appear in Ant-Man Quantum Mania when Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyke will take calls from the quantum realm. It turns out that the Fantastic Four might be stuck in the quantum realm following a failed Pym particle experiment from the 2010s. Interesting. That's interesting. That I don't know, but I saw an article going over who took the role over for Black Panther when he got dusted for 5 years, and Strain got replaced. So why wouldn't Black Panther? True. That is true. I totally forgot about that. I totally forgot about that. Right? They literally wrote out Black Panther. They said they're like writing him out of the film completely. And I totally forgot he was gone for 5 years. So it would be real easy to just replace him, would it not? Then there would be 2 Black Panthers. And then how would that work? Do you know? Because they would wait to see if he came back. He didn't come back. Then they offered it to somebody else that was worthy. Then he becomes Black Panther. Then Black Panther comes back. So do they give credence, or do they give a reason that maybe T'Challa fought somebody else and then lost the reign? But that's kind of weird, man. I think you should respect the actor in some way, shape, or form. You got to give him like a hero's, you know, send off. The actor died in real life, and I think you should make the character die of some honor inside the film. Right? I don't know. That's just me. I don't like the fact that they're just like kind of like erase him. It creates more problems fans haven't thought about. To me, they have to acknowledge it. You can't just brush it under the rug, and I feel like that's putting in the in loving memory of Chadwick Boseman in the film, because you know that's going to happen. You got to make the hero. You got to make Chadwick Boseman's character T'Challa die in the show, or say something that honors the character in the movie. So the character itself moves on, and the viewers see that because we know the actual actor died, and we want to know how they're going to change the reins from one to the other. It shouldn't just be of, oh, this is the Black Panther now. Right? Maybe he got badly injured. They didn't tell you. And he's retired now or something. I don't know. They need to do something so it honors the character. So here's another rumor. Now, I doubt Wakanda went 5 years without having a Black Panther around. Correct. I'm just saying, like, so Chadwick left, right? He was gone for 5 years. They wait, let's say, 6 months in Wakanda, and they're like, look, our king's not coming back. T'Challa's not coming back. We need to find another Black Panther to protect Wakanda, right? So then they have this tournament, or who's worthy or whatever. Okay, have a tournament. Who's worthy? M'Baku wins the whole tournament and becomes the worthy Black Panther, right? Takes over. Now he's been Black Panther for 4.5, 5 years. And then all of a sudden, Hulk snaps his fingers, and then all of a sudden everyone's back, or whoever snaps their fingers and everyone's back. Once everyone's back, war's over. Black Panther goes back to Wakanda, and there's another Black Panther. It's Black Panther versus Black Panther. Who steps down? Does the new Black Panther step down and let T'Challa take over? Or does T'Challa have to step down because technically he was dead and he was gone, and there's never been something like this before? So stated that because nothing like this has ever happened before, I'm sorry, T'Challa, you are no longer Black Panther. We've replaced you with this new Black Panther, and you're off in retirement. Enjoy yourself. Right? And he goes off somewhere, or do they kill him off? Or do they give him some sort of, like, what do? They have to acknowledge it. This story says, Now, Latviran, is that how you say it? Latviran? Is that the other name for Doom, is it not? Okay, he will appear before the Fantastic Four film, and the Fantastic Four film will apparently be connected directly to Secret Invasions and appears shortly after. So there you go. Not only are they talking about Doom might be in the quantum realm, they're talking about Fantastic Four might be in Secret Invasion, which is also what we just read, which would be Quantum Mania, right? That's all connected in the same type of thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's where he lives. Gotcha. Doom is a scroll. Maybe. Everyone at this point could be a scroll, right? All right, so they removed, the next story is Marvel removes 2 important MCU Disney Plus shows from its 2022 release. Okay. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is in the age of transformation as it welcomes new heroes, villains into the fold. Now, while Phase 4 has already shifted its release dates several times due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, many would agree that the anticipation of these projects is still high, especially after the impressive run of Disney Plus shows like WandaVision, Loki, and Hawkeye. As the MCU welcomes a new calendar year, the development also means the fresh projects on the horizon for fans to watch. Now, Phase 4 has changed significantly ever since the original announcement during San Diego Comic-Con 2019. Despite a quiet 2020 Marvel... What keeps dinging over here? Sorry. Where was I? Marvel Studios will manage to deliver a new wave of content in 2021, such as the big screen offerings of Black Widow, Shang-Chi, and Legends of the Ten Rings. Given an even bigger change of situation for the current health crisis, it remains to be seen if MCU's 2022 lineup will be altered once again. Now, a new update has emerged that could give fans a clear picture of what to expect. No Secret Invasion and What If Season 2 in 2022. Marvel Japan update, Marvel Studios 2022 slated its official website by removing Secret Invasion and What If Season 2 from the list. Now, at first report, the Cosmic Circus originally lineup included the 2 aforementioned projects alongside a plethora of movies and TV shows. Now, Marvel Studios' updated lineup of 2022 can be seen below. We have Moon Knight, which is March 30th. We have Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, May 6th. We have Thor, Love and Thunder, July 8th. We have Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, November 11th. And then we have She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, and I Am Groot coming out this year. So, at this stage, it's reasonable to assume that Secret Invasion and What If Season 2 could be slated for the first half of 2023. Given that Secret Invasion was rumored to be closely tied to the Marvels, it's possible that Nick Fury-led show would premiere around January 2023 to boost the anticipation for Captain Marvel sequel in February of 2023. This could also mean that Secret Invasion might take the same release window that the Book of Boba Fett is currently running on, releasing December of 2022 and early of January 2023. There's also the possibility that Marvel's movie leads into his Secret Invasion, not the other way around. This is the case. It's very likely that Secret Invasion could come out during the same release window as Moon Knight late March. Now, I don't think this is going to line up here. I don't think this is going to line up. And here's why. I'll tell it in a second. When will we want Season 2, What If Season 2 come to Disney Plus? As of for What If Season 2, the animated series has a little more flexibility. It seems like Disney is going out of their way to not release 2 live-action shows at the same time, meaning a live-action Star Wars and a live-action Marvel show won't release simultaneously. Now, however, it does mean that the animated Marvel show, like What If, couldn't be released at the same time as a live-action Star Wars show. This could mean that What If Season 2 comes out in 2022. While the series is likely to premiere in the first half of 2022, maybe simultaneously with Mandalorian Season 3, there's a chance in releasing during the same window it released in 2021 or late summer of 2023. Marvel's still impressive 2022 slate. This update in Marvel Japan should serve as a guide for fans who are religiously following the MCU Phase 4 slate. It remains to be seen if changes will stick, but many would agree that seeing Secret Invasion and What If Season 2 in 2023 would be the best route to go. It's worthy to note that if it isn't the first time an international Marvel branch openly revealed the franchise ever-changing lineup in October 2021, Marvel Indie's official Twitter account accidentally showcased Blade's original release date as October 7th of 2022. Finding the right balance among many projects is vital, especially since Marvel Studios has already stacked slate, keeping shows like Secret Invasion and What If off from 2022's lineup. So what we just read before, and we know the order of stuff that's happening, right? So we have Wakanda, then we have Quantumania. Like, what's the lineup usually? Let me look this up real fast. All right. So right now we had Black Widow. Okay, so we have Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, Quantum Realm, right? Fantastic Four. So here's the problem. The article that we just read before this one, this is why we don't know if rumors and whatnot are true or not. They said that rumor is that Fantastic Four will show itself in the Quantum Mania, which would be July of 28, which is the first, by the rumor now, the first time you're going to see Fantastic Four is in the Quantum Mania. Okay? Which would then be followed by Secret Invasion, which is at least July or August. So it's not first half of 2022. It would be late 2023. Because we get Ant-Man Quantum Mania, then we would get Secret Invasion sometime after that, and then we would get Fantastic Four, because they said that they would show Secret Invasion and then go into Fantastic Four. Right? So I don't know when this is going to line up. And that's a lot of stuff, man. If I was Marvel, I mean, obviously slated as far as production wise, if it's done and it's in the can, I'd say you push that shit out, man. Like Disney Plus shows should be one after another after another. Star Wars should be on the same time as the other ones. I understand they want to try to have 10 months filled with originals or whatnot. But I mean, if Doctor Strange comes out in May, I would push the next thing out in June, and then July, and then August, and then so on and so forth, back and forth. Be interesting to see what happens, though. It's going to be the villain of She-Hulk, and she was made by Victor Doom. So, could be in the show, but not in full character, but I'm sure you will hear his voice. How are they going to have a new Black Panther? The fruit that gives you powers is gone. They found a seed, and after 5 years of growing after the thing, that's how. I don't know, Reese. Sure, he's a drug dealer and created a synthetic version of the fruit, or T'Challa offers his body to create more seeds of the fruit tree. Sacrifices himself for the greater good, but there would still be a Black Panther in his place when he left, would it not? So he wouldn't be able to sacrifice himself for the fruit tree. I think they should keep What If Season 2 as something that they can throw out. Something needs to get delayed. right now we're getting Moon Knight, then it's going to be She-Hulk, then it's going to be Miss Marvel. Unless Miss Marvel gets pushed back even more, and then they put What If Season 2 in somewhere inside there, right? What'd you put here? That's Marvel Universe. Here's yet another, like, what the F moment. Like, why do this? Why can't you be original? Why do you have to do this? Okay, let's see. Reese says, at the moment, there's no way to make a new Black Panther, though. They'll have to retcon something unless they can recast. Just recast. Yeah. We also have a holiday special, and I Am Groot. Yeah. All right. So this next story from Bounding Into Comics. Batwoman actor Nick Cringane discusses a role as Ryan Wilder, half-brother, and the new Black Joker. Now, we read an article yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Talking about Denzel Washington saying that they need to keep this stuff out of publicity. There shouldn't be things talking about black and then add the person's name. This and then add person's name. Okay. If you're going to do this, first off, right, not only do you get rid of Bruce, but now you make Batwoman, and then not only do you make Batwoman, then you make her a lesbian, but now you're bringing in Black Joker. He's got his purple hair. He's going to be the Joker. Now, in the Arrowverse, there was a revealed Batman went off in the deep end and killed the Joker. However, Gotham's Gotham's vacant throne of, I said vaccine, vacant throne of the Clown Prince of crime is filled by a new character this season. Now, Nick Cringane is the new face of the Arrowverse who plays Marcus Jet, the inheritor of the Joker name, who's also happens to be Ryan Wilder's brother. Okay, now I haven't followed any of these shows. I'm so far behind, and I don't even care. Okay, like the sister before, he run in with Batwoman and eventually picking up Kate Kane's suit. Once it dropped out of the sky, the life was on a normal path until hijacking of his school bus at a tender age by the original Joker and zapped from his joy buzzer sent him down a dark path. Now, after killing the professor, Marcus is at the point of no return, and now doing what his self-respecting Joker would next is strike at the heart of Gotham, starting with the Wayne Enterprises, where he goes from there's a part of the Cringane discussion in the interview, the rap. Now he says, quote, "It's crazy. It's wild. Actually," Cringane said, "becoming the new Joker. Yeah, I've done a lot of processing the past few weeks, months, and it's still surreal to me." He added that the reception for being the first person of color to play his role. Oh, groundbreaking. So brave. Has just been overwhelming. What can I ask why? Why do you want to play second fiddle? Why do you want to play second fiddle? You're not the Joker. You're a cosplayer at this point, right? That's not what the Joker is. Not what the Joker is. Exactly, Reese. Right? Exactly. And this is again, I'm going to say it again. This is not about race. This is about respecting the source material and whatnot. Okay? You're literally just playing, you're literally not even an original character. You're a copycat. You're a copycat. So much so that the article even says you're the first black Joker. Right? So, for inspiration, Cregan is drawing from Jared Leto's Joker, a portrayal he likes, how different he was in every other rendition. Leto wore chains and had gold teeth, and he was just like a new, edgy, different version. Okay? Cregan wants to be the Joker who was the original and into being himself, wearing his own. This is such a non-self-aware thing, right? Cregan wants to be Joker who's original, already too late, and into being himself, wearing his own fashion, but he's also tries to borrow what he can from famous portrayals from the past. Like, there's a lot of vibes that come through the people's probably related to, especially being in New York, and a little street, a little edgy, funny, he said. So I tried to make the little elements of Jared Leto's Joker, but also making sure that I weave in laugh my how do you say it? Maniacal laughter, and just crazy eyes, and saw Heath Ledger's Joaquin Phoenix Joker. There was a bit of piece that I've taken from a lot of them, still making it very much as original as possible. Okay, more than in the wardrobe, Joker's laugh is unmistakably part of the repertoire. Each actor's laugh, like Mark Hamill's to Heath Ledger to Joaquin Phoenix, varied, but always remained a menacing cackle at the heart. Now, the laugh, for instance, is actually my own laugh, he revealed. People are like, oh, this is Joker's laugh. It's so good. I'm like, don't think I'm actually crazy, but this is how I actually laugh. Okay? So, Cregan's hair is also different from most Jokers, going for purple extensions instead of the green dye. Oh, super original. Super original. He also wears an orange suit. He explains he had some input into the makeover, but it was also really up for the costume department. You put him in an orange suit. It's a bold move. We'll see if it pays off. Explains the actor, whenever the wardrobe department and the hair department would ask me, so Nick, what do you like about this? Or what do you want to do in terms of the look? I'm like, oh my God. But with wardrobe, it's just got the time. I really had they asked me the input, Cregan added, but I was like, Maya, I really don't have much to say. I love this. I want to, I feel like this is how you would talk, right? I want to wear this. I want to wear that, and other options, and gave me, and I want to wear the other options as well. So whatever you guys decide, I'm cool with. I think this is another, I don't even know how is this the third season of Batwoman? I'm amazed that this is still on TV. Much better shows get canceled than this thing. Much better shows get this thing canceled than this. The show with Ruby Rose was boring, and it was about her sister, and it was so drawn out and old. And what are they going to do to turn Joker into a gangster from the hood? I mean, I don't know. I mean, think about this. Batman had Joker, and now Batwoman comes in, and they can't make a new character. They literally have to have Joker, but they're like, let's spin it. Let's do something no one's ever thought of. The only way it could be worse, if it was a female Joker. That's the only way it could be more worse than this. Right? Nothing against the actor. Nothing against him. Okay? It's the establishment. It's the establishment. Right? I don't know, man. Again, I don't know the ratings of the show. I've never watched it. I never watched Batwoman. It looked like garbage to me with Ruby Rose was in it, and I know when she got out and they put the other girl in, ratings still tanked. But I just don't understand how they do it. They're still blinded. They're still blinded. I wonder if they'll do Catwoman. I wonder if they'll do Catwoman and the Riddler. They have to do the Riddler, right? But I hope they change everyone, right? Because it's a black Batgirl or Batwoman, they got to make all the other people black as well, because obviously that's what you're going for, right? And also make them maybe transgender, and also maybe you know, anything else that fits the category there. Because you got to fit the check boxes across the board. You just got to keep going with it. It's pathetic. Pathetic. Why can't I just be original? Just be original. Catwoman played by The Rock. Let's see. Here's another bounding into comics. Bounding into comics. Article says another rumor claims that Doctor Doom will arrive in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Provides details on his role. Okay. A new rumor indicates that Marvel fans have been seeing the Marvel Cinematic Universe debut the Doctor Doom sooner than expected. Okay. The rumors reported by Bleeding Cool claims that the Doom will show up in the upcoming Black Panther: Wakanda Forever film. Not only is Doctor Doom rumored to appear in the sequel, 2018's massively successful Black Panther, but it's also claimed to feature a war between Wakanda and Atlantis. Now, Rich Johnson, a Bleeding Cool, claims Doom's presence may be very minor, only there to implement or imply that the war between Wakanda and Atlantis was down to Doom's interference. Now, Johnson adds, whether or not Doom appears in the movie, production studios have been working on the costume. They hate to waste it. Maybe just a gauntlet. Okay. Dr. Doom's fame arch enemy, Fantastic Four, has long stood out of one of the most Marvel Universe's premier villains. Should he be introduced into the MCU, it's likely that Doom would also have a similar level of influence to the villains, such as Tom Hiddleston's Loki or Josh Brolin's Thanos. Okay, this latest rumor of Bleeding Cool is not the first time Dr. Doom has been mentioned in conjunction with the Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. According to Fandom Wire, Andy Signore, Marvel Studios head Kevin Feige, wants to mix things up for Dr. Doom's MCU debut by establishing the villain as his own character outside of the Fantastic Four franchise to start. Now, Signore also claimed that Doom would appear in a full Doctor Doom armor as well as his alter ego, Victor Von Doom. He also previously noted that Doom will be appearing in a smaller role as an overall bad guy pulling the strings in Black Panther 2. The further note is that they would have a run-in with the Fantastic Four following his debut in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. Our sources did confirm that Victor Von Doom will eventually meet up with Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Johnny Storm, and Ben Grimm at some point in the future, but not anytime soon, Fandom Wire reported. Charles Murphy's Multiverse claimed that way back in November 2019 that Doom would also be in Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. The scooper noted that Victor Von Doom begins expanding his empire, conquering parts of Africa, ultimately come into conflict in the nation of Wakanda and Black Panther. In fact, he claims back that the Doctor Doom will be a villain of the Black Panther 2 when it hits theaters, given more recent rumors that from Johnston and Signore is possible that Marvel changed directions instead of putting the focus on Namor. So, previous rumors indicated, I mentioned above, that the film will be featuring a war between Wakanda and Atlantis. Every Marvel fan knows that MCU could possibly introduce Atlantis without also introducing the Atlantean king Namor, or Submariner. Not only did Rich Johnson claim that Doom will have a minor role, but he also detailed that Black Panther sequel will not only feature Namor, but also Namor's cousin, Namora, and also Atlantean warlord Atum. Is that how you say that? Atum? In fact, Johnson notes that Marvel Studios considers Namor's appearance in Black Panther 2 to be akin to Black Panther's presence in the Civil War to set up the upcoming franchise. This reports also seamlessly confirmed that these rumors on June 7th, 2021, a report from Luminardi claiming that the Mexican actor has been casted for the role of Namor. Additionally, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is reportedly put on the casting call for one Mayan woman, who also Mayan man, who played the actors of Northern and Southern South America indigenous backgrounds. The outlaw claims that the Mayan roles were actually for characters of Namor and Atum. There you go. More rumors coming in that he will be the villain and pulling the strings behind in Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever. DC and Marvel racing to the bottom. Yep. I don't really care about that anymore. The internals here. Eternals was one of the worst performing Marvel movies in 2021. So here's one that says the next story we're going to talk about. Never thought of it this way. Let's see. Okay. Moon Knight's armor in the comics was made of adamantium. Will Moon Knight have in the MCU? We have it Wolverine. Maybe. Did Spider-Man No Way Home tease a new Black Panther? I didn't read this. So Black Panther Wakanda Forever, undoubtedly the toughest job of any MCU film to date, continuing award-winning, record-breaking franchise. With the absence of the beloved lead actor, Chadwick Boseman suddenly passing force of Marvel Studios director Ryan Coogler to totally switch courses. The sequel, as Side's character stepped upon leading roles in the new Black Panther emerges into the MCU. Not only will the next Black Panther define the course of the Wakandaman franchise forever, but it would also prove that the game-changing moment of the MCU as a whole. Whoever takes up the mantle also assumes critical role in the Avengers. Up until now, all bets have been on writes Shuri, although recent reports on set difficulties and anti-vaxxing troubles have led to some speculate Marvel will shift course. While fans will also have to wait until Wakanda Forever release in November 2022 for a definitive answer, Spider-Man No Way Home may have hinted to another Wakandan that may have already been operating as Black Panther. So, Spider-Man No Way Home has confirmed that Wong became the Sorcerer Supreme during Avengers Endgame blip because Doctor Strange was the victim of Thanos' snap and was dead for the last 5 years. So we were just talking about this. Just as a mystical world continued to function, the Doctor Strange absent of Wakanda would presumably also move forward from T'Challa's death and replace him as Black Panther to assure the country remains protected. Now, in Black Panther, Killmonger defeated the seemingly killed T'Challa in a ritual combat and challenging for Wakanda's throne. Following this, Shuri and her company offered Jabri tribe leader M'Baku. My God, M'Bukak. I can't say that. I can't say the goddamn. I can't say the name. M'Bukaku. I can't say it. I just said it before, and now I'm losing my freaking mind. Anyway, the heart-shaped herb, therefore, Black Panther mantle for help to take down Michael B. Jordan's villain. M'Baku. There it is. Okay, was Wakanda's likely first choice to become the Black Panther after T'Challa's apparent death. It's safe to assume he would have been the choice once again. While he previously rejected the title, he has instead revealed that the fallen king to be alive. Perhaps he should accept the mantle after watching the fellow Wakandans disintegrate. Now, while Wakandan does appear to be the strongest candidate to become the Blip's Black Panther, especially following the promises he will assume a bigger role in the sequel, there are some possibilities T'Challa warrior lover Nikita and Dora Milaje leader Okoye both survived the snap and remained viable candidates for the mantle. So there you go. I swear to God, I didn't read this. Okay? So his love interest could potentially have been Black Panther as well. Okay? Now, M'Baku be the next Black Panther. In the same way Wong was held onto the Sorcerer Supreme title upon Doctor Strange's sudden return to life, perhaps whoever took on the Black Panther mantle did too. It's also where the case of M'Baku, Nikita, or Okoye could be the MCU's next Wakanda Avenger. Now, the final moments of Avengers Endgame saw T'Challa, Shuri, and other standing over the kingdom of Wakanda. So there's no doubt that Chadwick Boseman's hero retook the throne, although he may have also allowed someone else to serve as Black Panther, just as the father once did in his older years. Now, whatever the status of Black Panther was during the blip, Wakanda Forever still has a tough task explaining T'Challa's absence and fulfilling the way even in the other Wakandas have taken up the heroic mantle. Avengers still be around in the regal capacity. Perhaps Boseman's Avenger may simply be killed off between films, or maybe it will be off a send-off, a diplomatic mission around the world. But either way, the MCU will have its new Black Panther before the credits roll. With all the recent controversies surrounding Shuri's actress, amidst the rumors troubling behavior of on set, T'Challa's sister may not end up being the next Black Panther. At most, had assumed it'd also be in case of Winston Duke's M'Baku, maybe the right choice to move it forward. My God, I couldn't say it, Reese. I couldn't say it. Right, careful. Yeah. Yeah, careful. But nobody could unless it was an honorary title. You're right. You're right. Unless they did something in some way, shape, or form, like Krebsy said, like synthesize something or did something in some way, right? But somebody had to take over the realm, or the reins, I should say. See here. Jesus. Slash Film says a 4-hour cut of Batman was tested, screened by Warner Brothers. 4 hours? What are we watching? The goddamn Lord of the Rings? Holy Christ. Warner Brothers is like, Zack Snyder had a 4-hour cut. Let's get Batman with the 4-hour cut. The Batman will be excellent, 175 minutes long, chronically the early years of the mass vigilante of Gotham City, while it tackles the rampant corruption and looming threats that threaten the very fabric of his core identity. While there also has been much discourse, often listless, about the film's runtime on social media, it's been reported that per the new edition of Hollywood Reporter's Heat Vision newsletter, some test screens, the Batman showed a 4-hour version of the film. Holy Christ. As the film runtime is no yardstick for the one measure, its artistic merit, it's impossible to gauge what the 4-hour cut of Batman consists of. How would it potentially compare to the 175-minute theatrical release is one where they compared it with the other pieces of media strictly featuring films. Featuring Batman, Zack Snyder's Justice League emerges as an obvious comparison, running almost 2 hours and 42 minutes, along with Snyder's Ultimate Cut Batman for Superman, Dawn of Justice, which runtime was 183. With these comparisons in mind, it's not very overly unrealistic that Reeves, the Batman, to have a 4-hour testing screen, given that he establishes the age-old Odyssey within the mold of Norse-style detective story. Now, while 4-hour cut would understandably be unsuitable for theatrical releases, it's only indicative to wide-ranging a scope of Reeves' world building and potential depth of which the characters might have been allowed to room to bloom or blossom. This is no surprise, given that Reeves is also set to expand the film's universe with a 2 HBO Max series in development, a spin-off of Gotham Police, and another focus on the Penguin, with Colin Farrell reprising his role. Hence, the prospect of the 4-hour cut of Batman is as thrilling as potentially might have delved deeper into the complex ecosystem of Gotham City and Batman relationships as one can get. The Batman star Farrell, Robert Pattinson, Zoe, Jeffrey Wright, Andy Serkis, while remaining unclear what the 4-hour runtime of testing screens entailed, it's probably that Reeves has enough solid material to release a potential director's cut that further enriches what the film has to offer in the near future. 4-hour cut, man, it better be good. I hope when he cuts it down to 183 or 175 or whatever he's cutting it down to, I hope it's a solid film. I mean, I have a friend who told me that this movie was in in bad shape and in trouble. So 4 hours of bad movie. Can you imagine Wonder Woman 84 being 4 hours? You imagine. I can't get interested in this movie. Batman's been overused. Are you what's the word I'm looking for? Right? Like are we bat burned out, burnout Batman? Yeah, dead inside. Yeah, dead inside. That's crazy though. 4 hours. I mean, I know movies when they're before they get cut and whatnot, give or take, they're longer. But man, 4 hours to condense it. I hope you have enough stuff to make a fantastic hour and a half to 2 hour movie. What do you think of Thanos coming back? In the Multiverse of Madness, they're talking about bringing Thanos or like Cable, and right now everyone is up in the air. D-Money, everyone's up in the air. If they bring him back, I mean, if it's just Thanos and he doesn't have the stones, then it doesn't really matter, right? If he's coming back to that point, I don't know. To me, it's just it doesn't mean anything. What they've done with Marvel, in my opinion, is that they kill someone and then they bring him back, right? They kill someone and they bring him back. There's no consequences. There's no time to like mourn with anybody, right? Yeah, I understand the movie came out like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, but they don't give it time. They just bring him back. They're making almost the exact same mistake as comic books. Like back in the day when they killed Superman, okay? When they killed Superman, that was huge, man. That was huge, right? It was like 20 years ago, maybe longer, right? They killed Superman, and then 3 months later, they brought him back. They couldn't even wait like a year or whatever to let the mouth water a little bit for people, right? They like brought it back. They instantaneously cut off the legs of what has some sustainability. You know what I mean? They made so many Batman movies, shows, cartoons. DC shouldn't rode the Man of Steel success. I'm sure we'll see a younger Thanos and how his brothers showed up in the Eternals. It's just to me, it's just I'm not excited for Thanos coming back. I'm not even excited if they bring like Chris Evans back or if they I don't think they should have killed off Natasha. Right? Like it's funny to me. It's like they had to kill Black Widow so they could like multiply the women. Right? They killed one woman and brought in 10 to like replace her. I don't like the theory about Thanos saving the universe from the celestial theory. Yeah, I don't know, man. They should do something else. Make it his brother. Make it somebody else. Don't make it his daughter. Make it Nebula. Make it Gamora. Make it somebody that's still alive. Thanos would only return to meet Cable and give Deadpool a line saying, "Both you guys sound the same." All right, next story. Secret Invasion leaks gives first look at returning Marvel actor and Emilia Clarke's new character. What's going on, Mo? You're awesome too, man. A series of videos from the set of Secret Invasion has given us a first glimpse at the handful of returning MCU characters and Emilia Clarke's mysterious role. The UK ITV managed to capture footage of Emilia Clarke's filming on location in Leeds for upcoming Disney Plus series, which is set to undate. Also spotted as Kobe Smulders, who backed as the ex-S.H.I.E.L.D. deputy director Maria Hill for the first time since the minor cameo in Avengers Endgame. Okay. So here is the video. Really can't see anybody here. There she is. So they're filming. Clark's there. Who is she, though? Who is she going to be? Just walking around. We don't really know. Alongside the pair returning duo Samuel L. Jackson, Ben Mendelsohn as Nick Fury, and Talos, respectively here. Though Talos is disguised in a human form, last seen in Captain Marvel, while Fury is also looking haggard, sporting a unkept beard and no eye patch. So here you go. So Jackson looks pretty good for his age, man. Looks good for his age. He's up in the 70s now, isn't he? He's the same age. I think he's the same age as my as my father. While details of Clark's character remain firmly under wraps, Kevin Feige can call off the snipers. The Game of Thrones actor previously indicated that the Hollywood Reporter she would be open for staying long-term in the MCU. Quote, everyone I know and everyone that I've spoken to who is part of the Marvel Universe and the actors talk, Clark said. Everyone has only the highest praise to the offer, and the reason why the actors stayed in it. They're so loved because they're having loads of fun. So I'm down for that, sure. Feige also teased that the expect from Secret Invasions is which star Olivia Colman last year. The new Marvel series is very much in showcase for Sam Jackson and Ben Mendelsohn, tapping into the paranoia elements of Secret Invasion comic series. There's also great twists and turns and took who told comicbook.com. So who do you guys think that Emilia Clarke is? Do you think she's just obviously she's got to be a main character, like a big character? Do we think she's a hero? Do we think she's just another type of character, like a Sharon Carter type character with that really no special abilities, but just she's got to be somebody. Maybe she's just a Skrull. I have nothing backing this, but Clark will play Sharon Carter's sister, Skrull. Oh, you're saying that? I mean, I don't know. I'm tossing stuff out there, so apparently I'm on the same line as you, Krebsy. I prefer Chappelle's version of Jackson. Yeah. Have that be the whole arc, the span over 3 or 4 movies. She's the most powerful character. Yeah, she's gonna play Rey Skywalker in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a Skrull. Yeah, Mendelsohn is back in regular form. He's not in actual makeup, right? He's not a Skrull. Well, he is, but he isn't. Right? So there he is on set. Amelia Clark will be a Skrull, will be a bad but act good. I like it. I like it. I can see that happening. What else we got here? We got Marvel Studios visual effects boss addresses Shang-Chi multiverse theory. Okay, multiverse is now being pushed in the forefront of MCU, but there's still a project that mainly focuses on expanding franchise's roster of heroes. One of them, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings director, Destin Daniel Cretton. The film follows the origin story of Simu Liu, confronts his dark past under the tutelage of his father, the Mandarin. Now, Shang-Chi introduced many notable figures and established the character's place in the franchise future, such as the mystical realm known as Ta Lo. The also Ten Rings themselves, in addition to the film's mid-credit scene, also served as a character's introduction to Earth's mightiest heroes. Despite having his own contained narrative, Shang-Chi still managed to include subtle teases that could connect the overarching multiverse storyline. For example, Ta Lo is set in a different realm, with the dialogue hinting that it's part of an entirely new dimension. The mid-credit sequence also gave a hint that the Ten Rings could have originated from a different plane of existence. This ultimately led to the theories about the connection to the multiverse. Now, the film's visual effects supervisor addressed the subject in a new interview. Now, he says Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings supervisor Christopher Townsend sat down with Comic Book to talk about the potential connection to the Mandarin's Ten Rings to the multiverse. Townsend first admitted that he can't say anything about the multiverse connection, pointing out that they just need to let it sort of evolve. He says, quote, I mean, one of the greatest things about the MCU is the intertwined nature of all aspects, which I think is one of the fun parts of working on these films. So I don't want to say more, to be honest. I think that it just needs to let it sort itself of evolve, because of often it's evolving thing that is also the story arc happens in the film, and they serves as a conversation and other story arcs that eventually. So the Marvel visual effects supervisor references Marvel's Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War, when it comes to trying to tying up loose ends, with Townsend saying that the fans will get to see more of that as the MCU develops. He says, I think the Endgame, particularly Infinity War, were great in sort of bringing a lot of those loose ends back together. And I think that's we're going to see a lot more of this MCU develop. In the movie, The Ten Rings had a similar design of the multiverse of diagram, creating Jonathan Majors. He remains in Loki's final, thus fueling fans' theories about the subject. Okay, Townsend has worked on several visual effects in several MCU films for Marvel Studios, such as Captain Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Iron Man 3, and Avengers Age of Ultron. From the introduction of the Dragon and the Ten Rings' mysterious origins, Shang-Chi's third act is full of surprises. In turn, this sparked discussion on social media regarding the Ten Rings' true nature and its potential danger to Earth. In the mid-credits scene, Ten Rings appeared to be sending out a signal to unknown source, giving that the MCU is now diving deep into the concept of alternate realities. It makes sense that one of the famous fan theories is connected to the multiverse. Townsend's latest comments suggest that there is indeed a multiverse connection, but it also could end up being a heavy spoiler if revealed. It remains to be seen how the Ten Rings connected to a large multiverse, especially considering that Wong, who is now the Sorcerer Supreme, appears to be unaware of the artifact's codex. Shang-Chi director Destin saying fans should have to dig very says fans shouldn't have to dig very deep in the comics to find out what's happening. Cretton remarked strongly hints that he might be referring to Fin Fang's room arrival, but it's worth noting that the character is from space and not the multiverse. However, upon analyzing the combat comments, Townsend and Cretton, is reasonable to assume that the MCU's Fin Fang Foom could come from a different universe, thus wreaking havoc on Earth in Shang-Chi's sequel. Ten Rings' similar design of He Remains multiverse diagram could also hint the artifact's connection to a different universe. This could be Shang-Chi and Loki's way of tying loose ends together, similar to what Endgame and Infinity War did during the Infinity Saga. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is now streaming on Disney+. Now, I did say this in the very beginning, right? I said that Shang-Chi on its own is not a very good film. Okay, first 2 acts are good, last act is pretty bad. I said going on though, moving forward, I said it might be one of those movies, and I said the same thing with Eternals, that they might be better once like 4 other movies come out. They might show more of what we were like, oh. And then those movies become better because of more story coming out, right? But as of right now, Shang-Chi and Eternals are very like, right? Very lackluster. I did love the Mandarin story, okay? His father's story more than Shang-Chi's story. Now, again, if Shang-Chi was already an established character and his father took the spotlight from him, but this was the movie that Shang-Chi was supposed to introduce himself in, and yet the story was better for the father. Again, the story, I might look back at Shang-Chi after I watch Multiverse of Madness and the Marvels and, you know, all the other films and go, oh, you know what? That makes sense now. That's connected there, which has more of a meaning. Because right now, you look at it and go, what does it mean? What does it mean? Mockingbird doesn't even make sense because they don't have the memories of them unless she's replaced during the snap. Well, Sharon Carter. What do you mean Sharon Carter is not Mockingbird? Shang-Chi and the Eternals was more filler. Filler right now, Sean. That's what I'm saying, right? They don't really feel like awesome or great. They feel like once other movies come out, you'll go back and go, oh, this, it connects to this. It makes much more sense. It feels better then, you know? So because the new movies are awful, Shang-Chi looks good by comparison. What movies look are awful? Shang-Chi looks good in comparison. Are you saying like it looks good like other movies or other Marvel films, Reese? I agree with that, Krebsy. He's not that interesting of a character. Oh, you meant to put Sharon Carter instead of Mockingbird. Got it. So let me read. Let me go back up and look what you said then. Then Secret Invasion storyline. I have nothing backing this, but Clark or Sharon Carter. Have that be a whole arc that spans over 3 or 4 movies. Emilia Clarke will be the Skrull. Sharon Carter doesn't even make sense because they don't have their memories of them unless she was replaced during the snap. Oh, you're saying if she was a Skrull? He's just saying stuff. Krebsy's just saying stuff. Let's see here. Hasbro. This is a quick story. Hasbro denied James Gunn use of Marvel characters in all 3 Guardian movies. He was trying to get a character, I believe, called Bug, if I'm not mistaken. And Hasbro owns, Bug, and Hasbro owns Bug, and they would not let him use it. The copyright of it will not let them use it. He tried in all 3 movies to bring this character in, and the reason it's brought up is that one of the people on Twitter said, "Okay, that was rude, and no, Brian Locke is right. Bug and our Arcturus Ran are owned by Marvel because they created them, not them. Plus, they never did appear in IDW Comics. Why? Because Hasbro does not own them at all. Marvel owns them. Deal with it." Okay. And then James Gunn comes back and says Marvel is not allowed to use Bug in films. I've tried to use him in all 3 movies, and I was not able to. I hope this settles your argument. Right? So these 2 guys are like arguing back and forth. Okay. And then James Gunn comes to the conversation and says, no, actually, Bug is owned by Hasbro, and this is the reason that they can't use him. Can you imagine being a character or being an owner of a property and not letting anyone use it. Like, what are you doing with it? When's the last thing that Hasbro did with the actual character, right? The more info we have about the artifacts in Shang-Chi, possibility of Shang-Chi becoming a better movie. Yes. And that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, we know really nothing about anything in the movie. So if it's in other movies that come out and give little bits of information from that, or if it's Shang-Chi 2, but again, Shang-Chi 1 wasn't a fantastic movie. Everyone compares it to Black Panther. And the only reason they compare it to Black Panther is because it's an all like Chinese cast and instead of an all black cast, right? That's the comparison that they make it, right? Well, it's because this was the first of its kind here, and this is the first of its kind, so they're comparing. It's like, how about you compare it to the actual stories and structure of the rest of the films, not because of its ethnicity inside the film, right? But whatever. So I find this interesting. Doctor Strange 2 may undergo even more reshoots, says director Sam Raimi. Okay. In fact, he doesn't really know if the Multiverse of Madness is done yet. That one line should scream everything. Okay. Because a lot of directors have said this. They say directors don't even direct. They don't even direct Marvel films. 85%, 88% of the films, 88% of the films are already done in previews. Okay? Are all done in previews. So the only thing you're directing and acting or what you're directing is basically you get a Lego book. You know, when you open a Lego book and it tells you to click this block to this block. Basically, you're just shooting what the previews tell you to shoot. And as the director, you get to tell, oh, maybe we should push in, or let's pull out, or right. And that's basically it. Otherwise, you get the close-up shots, you get the dialogue or whatever, but that's about it. Okay, you get absolutely nothing when it comes to, and this should prove it right here. Okay, Sam Raimi doesn't even really know if Multiverse of Madness is done yet. Okay. He says, I think we're done, but we just cut everything, he said. Okay. We just started to testing the picture, and we'll find out if there's anything that we got to be picked up. If something's unclear, another improvement, I can make it at the short amount of time left. I do it one thing, and I know about the Marvel team, and is why won't stop. They won't stop. They keep pushing until it's close as being great as it could. Now, the first trailer of Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness came out in December. Not only does Benedict Cumberbatch, Stephen Strange return after missing around with the Multiverse of Spider-Man No Way Home, but Elizabeth Olsen, Wanda, also at large role in the movie. After WandaVision, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Loki all lean into the idea of multiple universes in the MCU, and it looked for upcoming sequel will break the multiverse of that, right? Raimi seems unfazed in the interview. The man who followed a breakthrough comic book movie with 2 more Tobey Maguire lead Spider-Man sequels also notes that they loved No Way Home, especially seeing Maguire, William Dafoe, and all of them. He says, it was so much fun, Raimi said. Delightful to watch them back and play with the roles of William Dafoe, just seeing these guys taken to the next level. And Tobey was awesome, as always. The best word I can say is refreshing for me. Okay. He doesn't know if they're done doing reshoots, so they still might be doing reshoots coming up. They're testing it out right now. They're seeing if there's more pickup shots they have to do, which is just insane to me. Like, oh, let's see, who should we put in there? Let's call someone up and let's bring them in for shoots. These reshoots could be for other projects as well, future post-credit scenes, perhaps. Marvel could just sign Eric Bana to play another version of Bruce as a cameo. It's true. What else we got here?
Almost got the Venom symbiote in Spider-Man No Way Home. This earlier draft of the movie. This is what would have happened. Tobey would have still been stabbed by Green Goblin. But first, Venom would have actually been in the final battle at the Statue of Liberty. And after Tobey was stabbed, he would have actually died. But then the Venom symbiote would have attached itself to him and revived him, giving Tobey the black suit once again, while also giving Venom the white emblem for the future. Now this could have been a distracting plot point it didn't need, but come on, we could have had Bully Maguire one more time.
That would have been pretty cool.
God, she sounds like Ursula.
That would have been interesting if Venom saved Tobey Maguire at the end when he got stabbed. By the way, do you think you'll see any of the variants go in to be seen in What If? Like what? Like the variants of like Tom Cruise as like Iron Man, thing like that? Mysterio was supposed to be at the Statue of Liberty also? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest, Krebsy. When it was happening in theater, in the moment, I was like, they're gonna kill him. And then they stab. I was like, I knew it. And then again, they don't let anything ever kind of let it go, right? They're like, oh no, fine. He's like, I've been stabbed. I've been stabbed. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more story here, folks. One more story. Batgirl cast Ivory Aquino as first transgender character in the DC EU film. Again, why does it matter of your sexuality or preference in the film? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. Okay. Batgirl has casted tales of the city's Ivory Aquino and Alicia Eo, where she represented the first transgender character in the DC EU film. As reported by Variety, both are trans in the comics. Is also a bartender who also happens to be the best friend and one-time roommate of Barbara Gordon / Batgirl. At the first appeared in Batgirl Volume 4, number 1 in November 2011, will bring her to life in HBO Max's alongside Leslie Grace's, who will play Batgirl. Cassie at first teased by Grace's Instagram story in January when she posted a photo of her and was also been a Batgirl set. She tagged including a caption of Barbara and Elisa. Batgirl is set to release in HBO Max in 2022 and will be directed by Aldi L. Arbry, joining Grace in Batgirl. And will be Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon, Brandon Fraser as Garfield Lynns, Firefly, and Jacob Scipio as an unknown role. Grace recently revealed an image of herself as Batgirl, and the suit looks very inspired by Batgirl comics, especially the Batgirl Burnside's issue. Grace also shared the quote from Batgirl Year One, giving us more of an idea of what to expect from the hero. Okay, I think about what they're doing, right? Think about what they're doing. Batgirl's now black. And now, check, 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 check. I mean, it's going to be very successful. It's going to be very successful. Identity politics, man. Identity politics. When is the WB, when are they going to learn that there's literally, think about this, okay? I'm not even I'm nowhere near relevant on the internet, okay? There's YouTubers that bring in more viewership per video than Batwoman's bringing in per episode. Think about that. Traditional television that used to bring in millions of people. I think Batgirl's ratings, Batwoman, first of all, I know Batgirl and Batwoman are two different things, but let me see. Let's see here. Batwoman's ratings. Holy Christ. They're terrible. They're getting like 400, 500,000 per thing here. Just to put it in perspective. Okay. Hold on. Let me bring up. Arrow got around 800,000 to 1 million people watching. But what season was this? This was the last season, though. Yeah, this is the last season. I want to know the first season. Yeah, 3 million. Arrow got 3 million views per episode. Season 1. Season 8, just under 1 million. Just under 1 million. Check out the pilot. Pilot of what? Right? That is like the pinnacle of like when it was like super pop. Batwoman couldn't bring in. I guess the ratings went up a bit from what it was in season 1 compared to season 3. There's 4 episodes left. It looks like in this season. Ratings Batwoman, then the finale. DC must think they can never please the fans, so they're looking for a new audience. I mean, sure. You do know that like the WB is, or CW, whatever the hell is going out of business, right? Right? I mean, it's being sold, right? $1.8 Final for the season? You're talking about Arrow. Yeah. CW Network is being sold because they haven't turned a profit. They haven't turned a profit. I wonder why. The CW is basically IDW of the comics that we talked about by just changing the source material and stuff. Oh, for season 1 it was 1.8, and then the last episode was 700,000, and now it's down to 300, 400,000. There's shows that I watch that are in the 2 millions, and it gets canceled. I guess their standards are much, much lower. It's just ridiculous, right? It's ridiculous to the point of they're taking these shows, they're taking these characters, they're pumping them out, and they're just shit shows. They're not keeping to the source material. They change everything of race, sex. I don't care what their race. No one says, "Oh, this is the first straight white male show." No one says that. If there's another show that comes out and they say this is the 10th straight white straight male they've put in that place, no one says that, right? But they make it a point to tell you that first transgender, first Asian, first black, first female, first gay. They make it a point. And again, we did the article yesterday about that. Denzel Washington even says that they should not bring up that as part of the role. They should keep it. They do that for publicity. They do that to get us riled up, okay? I'm not riled up about it. But it's like the people that were fans of whatever IP that you love that they've changed, and there's more and more of us, right? Don't worry, Lord of the Rings are coming next, okay? Amazon's going to destroy Lord of the Rings when it comes out, okay? They changed the stuff because of the source material. We started off the whole night talking about this, and now we're ending the night with stuff like this, right? You don't need to change the stuff. Stick the source material. Stop ruining characters. There's people out there that might have loved Batgirl was awesome, okay, and yet they have to change it. Why? Check the boxes. Check the boxes. Check the boxes. Reese, did you see that post I put about here's society right here? Hold on. Let me let me show you what society is. Okay? This is what society is coming to. Okay? What society is coming to. Hold on.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape. Yeah, I jumped in.
I know, I heard. I'm so happy I taught you what they were.
You did. You taught me what's up, and then I bought an ape.
This is where society's going.
I got an ape too, because I saw you on the show with People, and you said you got a MoonPay, so I went and I copied you and did the same thing.
You did? Mm-hmm. This is your
mine.
ape.
Yeah,
We debuted.
it's really cool. Like the hat, the shades.
Now, how did you pick? Because you can pick your ape.
Yes, I was going through a lot of them, and I was like, I want something that like kind of reminds me of me, but this one, it does. I think we made like another version of it where he takes
They're
the hat off and
clapping
blonde
for
hair
a
comes
fucking
out.
picture.
So,
Yeah, because you can do it now whatever you want.
animated version.
We're part of the same. We're part of the same community. We're both apes.
I love it.
This is my ape.
It's yours. Yours is so cool. I love the red heart sunglasses. I love the captain hat.
It reminded me of me a little bit because I wear striped shirts. I've worn these heart sunglasses because my daughters, just as a joke, they have them, and as a joke, I put them on. So I've done this. And I love yacht rock and being breezy. So I'm like, yeah, that kind of, and I like the blue. Dude, look at us.
They look like they could be friends.
They're buddies.
This is where society is, Reese. This is where society is. Okay. This is where society is gone. They brought a picture of the NFT, and everyone's like, "Woo!" Ah! It's like, what in the world is happening? What is happening? We are literally, I said in Discord, we are literally a bunch of monkeys. It's actually shameful. If you look at the decline of Superman and Lois, but then look at the release date, good shows will fail because woke comes first. Yeah. It's sad. Yeah. I watch great shows, Duke, right? I watch great shows, and for some effing reason they get canceled. And it's like it's great writing, great acting, all this stuff, and you're like, oh man, this is great. I'm not even talking about superhero shows, just like regular writing shows. I don't watch sitcoms anymore because they're all shit. And the ones I watch, they cancel. They put crap on TV and they cancel the brilliant stuff, right? They have to have some sort of checkbox or whatever in there in the show just to make it last. If it doesn't have, like, you know what wouldn't make it today? You know what wouldn't make it today? Friends. Friends would get shit on because they didn't have a black friend. Okay? Right? Person of Interest was the last good show immediately. I love that after the first 3 to 5 episodes. I liked Last Man Standing. It got canceled, then got picked up, and then got canceled again. What are the shows that I watched? There was a bunch of shows. I can't remember anymore. It's been so long since I watched like a sitcom. I can't remember the shows I watched anymore. It's sad. How much was she paid to promote NFTs? And more specifically, the Bored Apes. I'm telling you, these people are buying into Bored Apes for $5K and selling it for a fan for $200,000. I was trying to make a joke earlier today when you posted that. I was working on this. Hold on, let me see if I can do this real fast if I can. Let me see if I can get this. Okay. This is a quick mock-up. I'm doing it literally on my phone. On my phone. Okay, let me self now. It's so ridiculous. I'm thinking maybe I should do some of these. I should do this as NFTs. Have my buddy draw some stuff up. Copy. All right, let me open this up now. Now, mind you, I took about, I don't know, what do we do there? A minute? Maybe a minute? Okay. Here's my NFT. Here's my NFT. There you go. I think we got it. I think we got it. We could take Sarge. Okay, listen to my pitch meeting here. Okay, we could take Sarge and change his outfit and put him into anything, and we could be the next. We could be the next monkeys. We could be the next monkeys. We could change and put Sarge in all of these outfits and have him like this. I think we can get Sarge moving around the internet as NFTs. That's it. I think we could do it. It took me all of a minute to take 2 images and obviously I can make that better, right? I think we could do it. I think we could change Sarge and do this. Get it going. We can mint Sarge. You just gave someone a $100,000 NFT idea. Well, I own that picture. So if I see this picture off on something else, then matter of fact, I'm gonna text my buddy right now. I'm gonna text him right now. Yeah. Let's see. Let me send them pictures. I gotta send them pictures real fast. All right. Think yeah. I think we got something. I think we got something. Do you own itself? Do you own yourself though? Someone can take a picture of you and sell you 200,000 NFT. No. No, you cannot. You cannot sell a picture of me. I can sue you if you have a picture of me and you're making money off of it. If you didn't ask permission from me, you 100% own the rights to yourself. If someone sells a picture of you without asking your permission, he's already getting back to me. My buddy's like, he's telling me his son is trying to sell NFTs right now. His son is a smart kid. He's trying to. What's going on, Lonesome? He's his son's like an entrepreneur type of person. He comes with ideas all the time. No, I know, Reese, and that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. It's a lawsuit waiting to happen. We talked about it last week on GXG. I'm having a business meeting now in the middle of this. Hold on one second. I'm staying away from them. I don't see anything good coming from them. No. But remember what I said, Reese. I said the people that can make money in the beginning will make money. There'll be people that make money. There'll be people that lose money, and then everyone else will just kind of be like, "What the fuck's going on?" type of thing. I've always been on the cusp of dipping my toe into stuff. You know what I mean? And that's all the stories tonight, guys. That's all the stories tonight. Lots of stuff, man. Yeah, NFTs are gonna be weird. 30 starting the 30 coin as we speak. All I'm saying is, man, me and my bud have we've always been hustlers. We've always been hustlers. Not hustling people, but hustlers, like working our butts off trying to do some stuff. My buddy that I just texted and stuff, we started a t-shirt company together back in the day. We've done a bunch of different things. We've always done stuff. He's a very talented artist. He works in the food industry, and he's also a sommelier. That's what he does now. What he did before, he's a very good artist. And I have a bunch of stuff we can sell, right? Ideas. And I'm the business sense guy. And I can also manipulate things as far as art and stuff like that. So it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if we could who knows, small investment, see if we can make something from it. You know what I mean? I mean, I make all my own logos and stuff, you know? I'm not the best artist, but I can manipulate Photoshop and take different assets from different pictures and make my own stuff. Hence this, hence my 30 logo, my Nerding and Still Gaming logo, my Endgame podcast logo, all of this, right? So obviously, a fucking monkey can sell. And then there's the lion that can sell as well, right? Like there's so many things that you could do. Right now, my nephew, who's 13 years old, is trying to figure out how to sell NFTs. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I always joke about this with people. I'm like, someone asked my son what he wants to do when he grows up, and I'm like, his job is not even the thing that he wants to do is probably not even created yet, right? Like right now, there's there's this job being created. People are trying to sell NFTs, and then after the fact, it might bomb. It might come and go. But people are gonna make money, man. People are gonna make money. I give the world 10 or less years till the world ends. I hope it's not 10 because my kid won't even be 18 then. That'd be sad. I want to see my kid grow up. I want to see my son get old. That'd be sad. IT is a good way to go. Always needed. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. For sure. My kid's coding already. They're teaching him coding. He's in first grade and they're teaching him to code in school. You know, Sarge gave him a system where he learns to code as well. Right. So he plays with coding things at home. He codes at school. Crazy. Crazy. You know? And with the robot uprising, Reese, we're all gonna need to repair them, right? When they get low on batteries and stuff, right? Got to keep them going so they can fix themselves. And then we turn into Star Wars droids until the IT is replaced by AI that makes more AI. Exactly, Krebsy. Exactly. Krebsy, me and you, we're on the same wavelength. You know what I mean? Those of you that missed earlier, this is I'm gonna bring these up again. Hold on. I've been working on some opening things for my YouTube channel. I showed them in the very beginning. I'll show them again for people. You just make sure the volume is low. I don't want to make you guys go deaf here. So this is the opening of our 30 and Still Gaming YouTube thing. All right. So that's going to be the opening of stuff there. and then one second. And then this is the Nerding with 31. So that'll be on Nerding with 30. And I'm making a bunch of them for different for different segments and different things. So we're up in our game here. And then we have the ending one, which is this is where the thing at the end of the video, where the things will pop up on the sides. So like here and other side over there. So got a bunch of stuff. I'm working on. I changed my thumbnails for. I did it again today. We changed our. Well, I changed them yesterday. I have an idea of changing them again. I'm looking for different traction and different things, and goddamn, it takes a while to do certain things. So I appreciate everyone coming out, hanging out with us tonight. I know it's a small, intimate group here. I do appreciate you guys coming out and hanging out with us. We'll be back tomorrow for the Book of Boba Fett, 8 o'clock. There will be a video. If it's me being live and talking about it, or I might do a pre-recorded video of the Book of Boba Fett. If I do a preload of Book of Boba Fett, what's going to happen is it'll get redirected. You'll watch the breakdown, and then we'll do exactly what we do. Right? We'll do exactly what we do. Discussing call-ins and everything like that after the show tomorrow. So tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, right here on Nerding with 30, and then we'll push it on over to the redirect for the live stream. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make more concise videos going forward. I don't know if I'm going to do it tomorrow exactly yet. If I have time to do it, that's what I'm going to do. What's going on, Mo? You guys have a wonderful night. I'll be back tomorrow morning for the Daily Grind on the Wednesday edition. You guys have a good one. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.